Economy, retail inflation numbers sprung a positive surprise. February inflation has come in at 5.18% as against 5.69% in January. The fall is led primarily by food inflation that has seen a significant dip. Lata Venkatesh now joining us to decode those numbers. Lata, a pleasant surprise. Is it pleasant enough to augur a rate cut?
Well, first, the numbers itself are definitely a positive surprise. At 5.18, this is 35 basis points below what the street was expecting, 5.53, and exactly 50 basis points lower than the January number of 5.67. So 5.18 definitely is an extremely positive surprise. Now to what caused the surprise, largely coming from food. Food inflation was 6.85 in January, and that's come down to 5.3%. So clearly food prices led by a fall in vegetables, fruit in a big way, and pulses have caused this positive surprise. Now, what might be the central bank's reaction? The central bank definitely looks at food and fuel as slightly idiosyncratic or volatile. They are numbers that can sway a lot month on month, and usually in winter months you see food prices dip a little more. Now with the rain and the hailstorm, we could see perhaps that impact not continuing to the same extent. If the rain and the hailstorm continues, there could be disruption in the movement of food. So you cannot be very sure of the food prices. As well, we have seen a troughing out of fuel prices. What the central bank looks very closely at is the non-food, non-fuel numbers or the services inflation, and that is what has risen in the February numbers against a core CPI number of 4.79 in the month of January. The February core CPI number or largely services number has come in at 4.97%, so a rise. This could be advanced as an argument to not expect too much from the Reserve Bank. A 25 basis point cut was always expected, with the governor applauding the government in his Saturday speech, saying that the fiscal prudence definitely increases the scope for RBI action. We should expect a 25 basis point cut in April, perhaps even earlier than April 5th. But whether it would be a 50 basis point cut remains to be seen. There could be some argument saying that the governor will want to hold out and see whether March and April are as good as February, because the services inflation is a bit of an uncertainty. Nevertheless, clearly this is better than expected. So there are two good reasons why the Reserve Bank should cut rates. The government adhering to the fiscal deficit target against severe odds, as well food inflation coming lower than expected. So a 25 basis is a given. It is how much more and how much earlier that the market will speculate. Expect the Bank Nifty and the bond markets to celebrate tomorrow. And here's, of course, the government's reaction to the numbers.
Inflation numbers which have come out today, the CPI particularly, it is on expected lines, and 5.2%, which is on expected lines, and it is mainly caused by the fact that food inflation has come down, and the main component within food inflation which has come down is with regard to vegetables. So on the whole, in a single sentence, I would like to say that the numbers are on expected lines.
So there you go. Is all of this enough for the RBI governor to announce a rate cut like Lata was pointing out? 25 basis points is something the market is expecting. Could he surprise us with a 50 basis point rate cut?